No question, man.
Yeah.
So you know how you said like you said, I think you said on a previous episode even like you like to be around people or something like that
Yes.
because you found it hard to like be. What do you mean? Like, yeah, what did you mean by like that?
I'm pretty extroverted, so it's like
Yeah.
I really do feel energized when I'm around a lot of people and it's loud. Well, not like party loud, but it's just loud and active and bubbly, and people are yelling and someone's roasting someone and I get to roast them back. Yeah, like that makes me feel like happy. I'm in my element. I'm being, because I'm the type, I think a lot, and it's like being alone, like obviously I need quiet time, I need time alone and all that kind of stuff, but if I spend too much time in that setting, I will start thinking like just of every scenario possible, and I'll start worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. Right? So it's like it's so crazy, right? Like, so my sister's getting married next weekend, right? And I'm like, dang, what if like no one gets it's unrelated, right? It's like, what if no one gets a good photo of the, like, as in like the photographers don't get a good shot of the
That'd be pretty bad.
thing. And then I was like, dang, what if, imagine like after the whole night it's like their cameras crash and they lose all the memories, like there's no photos. I'm like, why am I thinking about this stuff? Like, actually, like, why am I? And it's like, just because I'm, driving alone for a long time and stuff. And it's like, like, that's why I need to be around people. It's like,
So you need people?
So with you, do you
well.
like, have you ever like, do you face that, or do you just like, it's like, oh, I just surround myself with people and stuff like that? Like, how? Because obviously there's someone else that's in the same boat, yeah?
Yeah.
What, in your opinion, what would they like do in order to try to like tackle that? Or do they just put the Band-Aid on it?
I think you have to have good people that you can talk to regularly.
Yeah, facts.
Right? So it's like, you can't just be around anyone.
Yeah.
Like, because that's not, you need meaningful time with the right people.
Yeah.
But then obviously there's an element where it's like, you've got to learn to go and hold on, I'm not gonna think about everything. And so like, even today I was like, if that happens, worry about it when it happens. It's almost never gonna happen. I've never heard of it happening. It's not gonna happen. But it's like, if it does, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing with a lot of things where it's like, it hasn't happened yet. You don't need to keep thinking about it.
I heard something once where it's like worrying is like suffering twice. Like,
Yeah.
you put yourself through the struggle
Like that.
now or
Struggle
something
now.
like that.
Give yourself a bomb.
Huh? Give myself one. I don't know who said it though.
Daniel Osoji.
Daniel Osoji said trademark boom 2019. This podcast. All right. But yeah, like, you haven't even gone through it. You may go through it, and when you do, you only would have to
Deal with
suffer
it
it when
then.
it's then.
Deal with it,
Exactly.
yeah, 100%,
you know.
100%.
But yeah, no, okay. So
you were saying? Oh, yeah, sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, like, are you fine with having music? Do you always have like music or
I
something?
always have music
doing
on. Always.
when you're alone.
Always.
that's lit though. It's a vibe.
like
I
that.
never don't listen to music. The only thing that's kind of weird is like, because I like poetry, I like art and that kind of stuff. I also really enjoy music that's,
I feel you're going with this.
like, kind of, it's not depressing,
okay, I knew you were gonna
but
say
it's
that.
like, it's deep.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's been some artists where I'm like, I can't listen to this person anymore. Right? Or like, I can't listen to this song anymore. But man, this is going to sound so weird. But like, so for example, like XXX Tentacion, like, he had one song that I really, really liked. I don't like most of his stuff, but this one album, actually, I think it was his first one. It was actually like really good. I gave it a shot. I was like, kept listening to it. It was really depressing. And after like a little while, I just like felt God go like, hey, stop listening to this.
Yeah.
Like, actually stop listening to this, right? On the drive here, there's, I don't know, you guys heard of Luther Vandross?
No.
Old guy, like singer. I think he's still alive. I'm not sure. But he's got this song called Dance With My Father Again. It's essentially, it's like, if I had one more, like his father's passed away, right? It's like, if I had one more chance, one more dance with my father, I'd play a song that would never, ever end. Right? And I started crying in the car.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, my dad's alive. He's so alive.
So alive.
He roasted me yesterday. What am I crying for? But it's like, yeah, like, so it's like, I'll always have music because I like that. Like, it feels like something's active. I feel like I'm interacting with something. But again, sometimes I'm like, all right, now I just need to listen to something ignorant.
I feel ignorant. He says
Luther Vandross, skip
sorry,
Chief Keef.
man. Yeah, I think Chief Keef.
Let's listen to some money.
With this, spending alone. This is actually a pretty interesting topic they're saying, bro. Because not everyone really is able to spend time alone with themselves, like we've identified, right? With that, what you've kind of pointed out is that you have to recognize the negative patterns that you constantly revert to naturally when you're alone.
Yeah.
And you have to make an effort to try and tackle that. So obviously, if you know that if you're listening to a certain type of music or a genre or whatever, I had to say genre because he's gonna say something, man. But if you're listening to a certain type of area of music or whatever, and you know what it does to you sometimes or whatever, you know, this artist makes you feel this way, right? If you really don't want to be in that space, you wouldn't be doing that anymore, right? So it's like you actually have to now actively, identify firstly the areas that make it hard for you to be alone or whatever, and then tackle that. I don't know what else you may have learned in terms of how to positively be with yourself, though. So I'm gonna pass it back to the preacher over here.
Do you guys think you're more introverted or extroverted? All of you?
I'll just go whatever. I've realized that I'm actually a whole lot more introverted than I thought, man.
But are you more introverted or extroverted?
Can you guys help? Can you tell me?
You're
No, you do the test.
That's so tough.
there's a test.
I don't even
There's
know.
multiple personality tests. There's like 5.
I've always
10,
wanted to do the
20
psychopath
tests.
one, bro. Can you guys tell me?
You're extrovert, like you're good around people. Like you definitely, I always
Don't
tell
know.
you, like you can literally be put in any situation and just, settle
something
in
about
well.
it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like putting himself out there like that.
Okay.
So yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you?
It's weird.
What-
It's weird.
Do you ever go, I don't want to be around people right now? Like, as in,
He'll be like, I don't want to go there.
No, not even. It's like, I need to be alone right now. Because I never get that thought. But I'm an extreme extrovert. I think I'm like 87% extroverted. Or
Yeah, that's
89%.
87.
Oh,
specific?
Yeah, I did the
very
test.
high.
Yeah, like really high.
Oh yeah, that's actually real
Really
high.
high.
Yeah, yeah.
Like because I almost never get the thought like I want to be alone right now.
I do.
That's mad.
I say I do. Yeah, because I know she knows she can see sometimes where I'm like I don't want to put that label on it, but I was like sometimes I even have social anxiety. I think even at some points, bro.
Yeah.
Never thought that. But when I started looking back on my past, my past thoughts in terms of being in a social setting, sometimes I've been like, I really don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And I get there and I'm like the life of the party.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it's not in any forced or fake way. I genuinely am just like, let's have a good time together now.
If we're here, we're here.
But leading up to it, I'm like, I really don't want to be here. So like my birthday, friend. My birthday.
sad.
Let me even use another example.
The hell?
But even whatever celebrations and that, even for myself,
Yeah.
I'm like, please.
Oh, I don't like
leave
being the
me
center
alone.
of like I don't like parties for myself.
I can hate that, right? Okay, I'll use because me and Carlos and one of our other homies, Jeremy, yeah. We've done a couple of talks and that for schools and stuff, yeah. Jeremy's he's gonna be mad when I say this, but leading up to those talks and that, I've been like, I really cannot be bothered. I don't want to go. I don't want to go and talk.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Yeah.
We go.
But it's not because you actually hate the thing.
I don't hate the thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go. I just don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what it is. But we get there, we kill it. Afterwards, I'm like, yo, that was amazing. What we're talking so confidently. Our cadence is there, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, where did all of that
Shift?
Yeah. Why was I ever like this? So that's why for
Yeah.
me, I don't even know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you overthink things a lot as well. Like you overthink situations.
I never thought I
Like
did
I remember
that.
when we the panel, you were like, "Oh, I don't want
Which
to
one?
do this." The one at the social lounge that
oh,
we
yeah.
did not long ago. Like you were literally like, "I don't want to do this," blah blah blah. And then once we got there, it wasn't that bad. I think you probably were like, "Oh, I have to sit there. People are gonna ask me questions. I have to." You just thought negatively about it, or you just put too much thought to it when it was literally just something that you show up and it was just something so casual.
Chill,
know?
bro.
Yeah, no.
So trash, right?
but like I said, if you're put in a situation, you'll do well. It's not like you're gonna be awkward or let people know that you don't want to be there type of thing.
Yeah.
Like Noel said, you'll literally be the life of the party always. Every time you go somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I need to do that test because I don't know. What about yourself?
I actually don't know. I like having my alone time. I definitely do. But I can talk to people if I'm out and about.
Which do you prefer?
depends who I'm with. I don't know. It's weird. It just depends where I am and who's around me. But I think I'd prefer to be alone. Like, I want to travel alone. That's one thing that I want to do soon. So, like, yeah, I enjoy my own company.
Yeah, you dead ass went to the cinemas alone. I don't know how you did that.
I've done it
damn.
a few
Yeah,
times.
I've been to a concert
cool.
alone. That was fun.
You weird.
Well, it's like because you're around
That's-
so
yeah,
many
there's-
that's
there's
different.
people there,
That's
yeah.
actually.
That was my favorite concert I've ever been to.
Is that a big crit?
Yep.
Yeah. Carlos.
I don't know, man. Nah, like I actually don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, okay, that's it. Just leaving it at that.
I was thinking about it like crazy. I'm like, man,
Because I know you do a lot of time. You spend a lot of time with yourself.
well, recently, you know,
Or maybe recently, but yeah,
But-
actually, yeah, true. We used to make this joke about this guy, yeah, about our social circles. Yeah, if we put it on the bus would be like, there's a photo of this midget bus, bro. Yeah, sorry, we can't.
Small bus.
There's a photo of this small bus,
Short.
Yeah.
short bus, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we said Carlos is gonna have the biggest truck or whatever because his social circles are just continuous. It's just this
Carlos was always-
network, blah
yeah,
blah blah,
yeah.
and then it ain't on no network thing.
Yeah, it was
because
just
it was just people,
It was just
that you
people.
have in. Just don't try to use that network thing, bro. It's just people that are just there and they exist in life for no good reason, right? So that was you.
best for no good reason.
But now I can say definitely you're probably more like, do you know, work on you type of stuff,
with
you know?
yourself.
Oh yeah, you're dating yourself. I forgot. True.
yeah.